5 minutes ago, the world collectively gasped. A supposed leaked DNA test result landed in tabloids, social feeds, and group chats, claiming that Prince Harry is not the biological son of King Charles III, but of James Hewitt. That one sentence exploded across the globe. The monarchy, a system built on bloodlines, history, and legacy, allegedly threatened with the ultimate scandal, a secret lineage. If true, and in this story will play out the what-ifs. The repercussions would be massive. Media storms, tabloid armies, royal advisors scrambling, public outrage and fascinated whispers, identity crises, a palace in chaos. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. So if you heard the headline and felt your heart skip a beat, you're not alone. But before you dive into fury, disbelief, judgment, or gossip, let's walk through how this rumor resurfaced, why it's being circulated now, and what we do know about the real timeline. Spoiler, it's messy. You might have heard whispers before. For decades, rumors have circulated linking James Hewitt, the former cavalry officer and one-time lover of Diana, Princess of Wales, to Prince Harry's paternity. The talk has never officially died, even though the facts don't back it up. Why has the rumor persisted? Ginger hair and facial resemblance. Harry and Hewitt share a similar coloring and look. Tabloids love that. Scandal sells. The public, or at least parts of it, seems drawn to the idea of a royal secret. The more salacious, the better. Tabloid incentives. Over decades, newspapers and gossip magazines repeatedly ran the story because it drew clicks, eyeballs, and outrage. Still, the facts have been clear. Harry was born in 1984, while Diana only met Hewitt in 1986. And yet, the rumor never died. Maybe because people love ambiguity. Or maybe because, in the world of celebrity and royalty, doubt sells. So when a DNA leak lands with dramatic headlines, shock, outrage, virality, it meets a rumor that's already primed to explode. Curious what makes this latest version sticky? Read on. Here's what the recent bombshell claims, reposted by gossip sites and shared wildly online, allege. A secret DNA test was performed months ago by an anonymous lab. Results supposedly confirm that Harry's genetic markers match James Hewitt, not Charles. The leak reportedly came from a disgruntled lab technician or couriers. No official name, no verifiable credentials. The leak is being shared under encrypted documents, screenshots of emails, and watermarked PDFs, all of which surfaced on fringe message boards and tabloid message chains before splashing into mainstream feeds. Palace insiders are said to be scrambling, panicked, preparing statements, and calling emergency meetings. Headlines quote unnamed royal aides. It's enough to make your jaw drop. But, and this is a big but, there is zero independent verification. No reputable media outlet has confirmed the leak. No DNA lab is named. No chain of custody. Nothing. So is this the greatest royal scandal in decades, or a masterclass in rumor engineering? The difference matters. A lot. Let's rewind. Here's what the record actually shows, with sources. Harry was born on September 15, 1984. Diana reportedly met James Hewitt in 1986, 2 years after Harry's birth. Wikipedia. In public statements, both Hewitt and royal insiders have denied the paternity rumors. In his 2023 memoir Spare, Harry directly addressed the rumors, calling them tabloid cruelty and noting the absurdity of the timelines. External experts, including facial recognition specialists and people close to Diana, have affirmed that the physical traits, like red hair, are consistent with the Spencer family lineage, not a mysterious link to Hewitt. Pakistan Today. Despite all that, the rumor keeps coming back, fueled by speculation, desire for scandal, and public fascination with royal secrets. So why does it persist? Because mysteries sell. Because heritage, scandals, and secret parentage tap into a collective fascination with identity, power, and legacy. And because in tabloid culture, a maybe can produce as much noise as a fact. The new leak claims may be dramatic. But if you know the timeline and trust verified records, the story collapses under its own contradictions. If the rumor's been debunked, why is it resurfacing now with dramatic new evidence? Because in today's media landscape, chaos equals clicks, sympathy equals virality, and the royal family remains one of the most saleable commodities in global gossip. Here are possible motives behind the resurfaced leak. Clickbait economics. Every time a palace bombshell hits, traffic surges. For tabloids and gossip websites, that means advertising revenue, subscriptions, and engagement. Even a provably false claim can be profitable while it lasts. Political or PR warfare. In a family already fractured by public statements, memoirs, and media wars, a rumor like this, even if false, can be used to destabilize relationships, sow doubt, or distract from other controversies. Personal vendettas or trolling. Anonymous actors on fringe forums thrive on chaos and rumor. A dramatic claim like secret DNA testing, particularly with no verifiable sources, can be a weapon in information warfare or pure trolling. Psychological shock value. On a human level, the idea taps into deeply rooted fascination. What if everything you believed about someone's identity is wrong? That existential what if generates strong emotional reactions, which fuel sharing, commentary, and amplification. In short, the leak is a product packaged to provoke, to stir emotion, to generate debate. Whether or not it holds up under scrutiny is almost secondary to the initial wave of clicks, outrage, and engagement. Let's get grounded. Because when public speculation meets recorded history, facts matter. Experts analyzing facial features have repeatedly dismissed the notion that physical resemblance proves paternity. Red hair, freckles, and appearance can be inherited through different branches of a family tree. People close to Diana, including those who knew her well, have affirmed there was no possibility Hewitt is Harry's father, pointing out the timing of his birth and Diana's relationship with Hewitt. In his memoir Spare, Harry directly addressed and rejected the rumors, revealing how damaging tabloid speculation felt when he was growing up, and explaining that the story was simply too good to drop, despite being false. In interviews, Hewitt himself has repeated denials. He has no children with Diana, and has said publicly, "There is no possibility whatsoever that I am Harry's father." No named lab or accredited DNA testing facility is identified. No chain of custody or documented consent is presented. No credible third-party verification. The leak emerges from anonymous sources or fringe online platforms. Exactly the kind of environment where rumors thrive, but facts rarely survive. When you place claims against documented timeline and credible testimony, the secret test result crumbles. You might be thinking, it's just gossip. Who cares? But this isn't harmless entertainment. Rumors like this leave scars on real people with real lives. For Harry, imagine growing up under the weight of public speculation about your own identity, hearing whispers that your father might not be who you thought. That's devastating. He's spoken about how hurtful and cruel these rumors were. For children and family, false lineage claims threaten legacy, identity, and family cohesion. They stir anger, confusion, and mistrust, even if unfounded. For public discourse, when rumors masquerade as shocking revelations, truth becomes relative. Facts get drowned in viral noise, and cultural memory becomes distorted. For mental health, imagine the stress, anxiety, and emotional turmoil of being at center of media storms. Rumors like this can isolate people, make them question their past, and erode trust. Gossip might seem frivolous until it becomes personal, until it damages lives, until someone has to deal with the legacy of those false claims. If you see a headline screaming a DNA bombshell, here's how to approach it. And protect your own mental and critical well-being. Pause. Breathe. Don't assume it's true. Viral claims are engineered for immediate emotional reaction. That's on purpose. Check reliable sources. Look for credible outlets, historical records, acknowledged experts, named labs, confirmable documents. Anonymous leaks? Be skeptical. Remember timelines. Match the dates, birth, relationships, medical facts. If they don't line up, the claim probably doesn't either. Respect real people's privacy and humanity. The subject of scandal is a human being, not a plot device for clicks. Treat rumors with care, not cruelty. Ask, who benefits from the chaos? Often, scandal benefits the rumor monger. Attention, clicks, chaos. Don't reward manipulation with engagement. Speak out against misinformation. Share facts. Demand accountability. If you see false rumors spread, challenge them with evidence, or at least caution. By doing this, you become part of the problem solving, not the problem itself. Let's indulge the what if, purely hypothetically, for a moment. If tomorrow credible, verified DNA results emerged confirming Harry is indeed James Hewitt's biological son, what would happen? Massive shock waves through monarchy purists, media, and tabloids worldwide. A re-examination of Harry's heritage, titles, and even succession theories. Debates about legitimacy, identity, family structure. A public relations avalanche. Statements, denials, protests, legal fights, public outcry, charity backlash, trust crises. Possible emotional toll on all involved. Harry, his children, his family, for whom truth would be redefined overnight. Cultural ripple effects. Conversations about identity, parentage, truth, privilege, public interest versus private life. It's the kind of dramatic twist no fiction writer could script, but one that would leave real people reeling. Yet, with everything we know now, this scenario remains entirely hypothetical. And unless hard evidence emerges, it's nothing more than a sensational what-if. Even if the DNA leak is false, the episode matters, because it reveals something deeper about society. Our hunger for scandal and secrets, especially when it concerns powerful families. The fragility of truth in an age of instant virality, anonymous leaks, and tabloid incentives. The human cost of gossip, reputations, lives, identities. The power of timeline, fact-checking, and critical thinking to fight misinformation. The need for compassion when speculative stories hit real people, because behind headlines are real lives. In a world where rumor often travels faster than truth, episodes like this show that responsibility, skepticism, and empathy matter more than ever. If this story, or similar ones, grabs you, that's normal. Shock sells. Curiosity sells. But before you hit share, pause for a second. Ask yourself, do I have verified evidence, or just clickbait? Whose voice is missing? The lab? The subjects? Independent experts? Am I contributing to gossip, or to truth? Could real people get hurt if I spread this? If you care about truth, about humanity, about fairness, then choose wisely. Demand accountability. Support transparency. Prioritize facts over rumors. And if you read this far, thank you, because it means you care about getting it right. Yes, the headline was dramatic. A palace in chaos. DNA results. Secret lineage. The kind of story that stops your scroll. But here's the truth. Drama does not equal reality. Public fascination does not equal proof. Rumors, even repeated, do not equal facts. What this leak shows us is less about royal bloodlines and more about society's hunger for secrets, our weakness for scandal, and how fragile truth becomes in a world wired for clicks. Before you dive headlong into outrage, speculation, memes, and debate, ask yourself, have you checked the sources? Have you considered the timeline? Have you thought about the human lives behind the headline? If the answer is no, maybe hold off. Maybe wait for evidence. Maybe demand proof. Maybe choose empathy over sensationalism. Because at the end of the day, the story matters less than the truth. If you found this analysis helpful, share it. Comment your thoughts. Ask questions. Challenge what you read. And always